We're outside now.
Oh my god, looking like
Love it here.
different location.
I know.
So what's the different else? Locations, honey.
Me like this. I'm such a millennial. If you couldn't tell already.
She's like, and I'm like, oh.
L.
Do we have an episode for you?
This is gonna be.
Oh my god, like seriously?
This is. I know. I'm like, I want to get more comfortable. This is gonna be like super tea, very relatable.
I feel like I need to get like the rest of that gelato out.
I know. Oh my god, ice cream and soju.
Honestly, if I wasn't fasting this morning, like I would definitely. Oh yeah. I mean, depending how we go, like we got a lot.
I feel like soju would be quite good.
Right?
Yeah.
This might be a bit of a thing.
Should we have some?
No.
I'm gonna get it.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she's working. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend.
We don't need to edit this shit.
And I don't want to lie, like I've been having a bit of a time. Like I've been having a bit of a time.
You have, yeah.
When I broke up with my ex-fiance of 6 years. Yeah, about a year and 2 months ago. Yeah.
We need time. It's actually really nice. Bit of grapey action.
Okay, you finish that. Okay.
Wait, have a bit more.
Yeah, so you made it.
Right.
Amazing. Actually went down really well.
Really well, yeah.
That's so good.
I know.
We're definitely going to Japan. Yeah, we're going to do amazing Girls2Women stuff in Japan. But I broke up with him like February 2024.
Yeah.
And
Not even that long ago.
Well, it actually feels like a really long time for me because I mentally broke up with him almost 2 years before I physically broke up with him. And I feel like women do that a lot.
Can relate. Really bad, yeah.
But, if you couldn't figure out the theme of today's episode, it is all about relationships and dating and love and specifically more like why we tend to date the wrong men. We can both have so much to talk about on this.
So much. And I can attest to dating many of the wrong men.
Yeah.
And that's just still not learning my lesson.
Yeah, it's that like saying that they say, you've got to kiss so many frogs before you find the prince. I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm kissing frogs, rats.
I'm kissing all sorts. The snakes, like, got quite the variety there.
Like, when is the prince coming? Shout out Mr. Big if you do end up, you and I, then he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else, holy shit, like, have you ever dated a man and you thought, oh my god, this is a dream, and then it turns into a nightmare?
Many times, like so many times.
Okay, can you just bring us back to like one moment? Like one that just stands out for you? Because I know we're going to make this into a series anyway, so you're going to hear all about our tea, but like let's just go back to one.
Okay, there's the one that I think about the most is just like the most crazy story. But basically, it was during, like, so it was a bit of a dark time, but I'd broken up with my ex. And this is like 2 exes back, I think. There's been a lot of exes. So we broke up. It was really rough. Then I started seeing this guy, and everyone was like, don't date him. Like, he's a fucking dropkick. He's a loser.
Oh my god, everyone said that too.
Everyone. And I was like, no, like, yeah, he seems sweet though. He was being really sweet to me. And when I met, he was just like really, really nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does everyone like think you're a fucking loser? Like, you just seem really nice. And he was obviously like doing the love bombing thing.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so he was love bombing.
Yeah. And I don't know, like we just got drunk together. We had lots of fun. And so I think part of me was just like, oh, this guy's amazing. And like, I really started to kind of like fall for him.
Well, like love bombing, that's what
Yeah. Yeah. And I was just like, I know I was kind of like fucked up most of the time. So that's probably a lot of what it was. Yeah. But, my silly brain was just like, oh, maybe I can change him. Maybe I can be the one that changes him.
God, it's such a woman thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just want to change the man.
It's crazy. And he would say dumb shit. Like when he was drunk, he'd be like, oh, I love you. And I was like, what?
Girl.
Crazy. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then he'd like go out for days, and then like he wouldn't message me. And then like he'd message me 3 days later and be like, oh, sorry. Like I've been thinking about you. Come over. And like I accepted that because I was like, oh, who is this guy? Like he like was interesting to me. And then one day I was just like, oh, he's just like stopped messaging me. Anyway, I look in his story and there's this girl on it, and I'm like, oh, who's that?
Standard, man.
Yeah, and turns out like he was seeing this girl at the same time, and then I actually ended up meeting her. Right, so we were going, yeah, we were going to this like I think it was like, I don't know, some kind of rave in Sydney, and he didn't get in. So I was actually going to meet him with my friend.
Get in places, let's just
Literally, and I think it was God's way of like making sure he did not get in.
Literally.
So then I go, I'm having the best time with my friend, and then I'm in the toilet, and this girl walks up to me, and she's just like, "Is your name Cassie?" And I was like,
Sorry?
"Yeah." I was like, "Yeah," like, "Hey." She was like, "I know you," and she was like, "You're seeing X," and I was like,
How do you know that?
yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? And then she was like, let's go in the cubicle now. Then she grabbed me, went in the cubicle, and she was just like, I have been seeing him as well. And I knew he was seeing someone else. And I just had a feeling it was you. She was like, he told me about you before.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we just basically cross-referenced all the dates that we'd kind of been on with him. And the timelines kept overlapping.
They had the receipts.
Yeah, no, we had fucking receipts, like so many. And it would be like, oh, he was with me. And the next night he was with her. Yeah, and it kept happening, and he was trying to like, oh my god, it was so bad. And then we basically took a video together and like purposely like put it on our stories, and then he literally commented, and he was just like, "You're a cunt."
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You girl? Okay,
Yeah.
no, because he
Yeah.
found out. I hate when guys get like caught red-handed.
And they act like that.
that.
He literally said, "You are a
No,
cunt.
so-
You girls disgust me."
What? Excuse me?
Not kidding.
You disgust me.
I was
You're
like-
the one that's two-timing.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
No,
So not only that,
no.
that night he calls me and he's just like, oh, by the way, like, you know, this is what really happened, la la la. And I started to slowly believe it.
No, you answered
Yeah,
the call.
I know. I answered the call. Don't ever answer the call.
Yeah.
Don't ever answer the call. But then like after that, I met up with this girl again. Turns out she actually ended up being my best friend.
Wow.
And we had so much shit that we shared about him. And in the end, we were just like, he is literally a dropkick.
Yeah.
Like
It's
this,
like everyone
yeah,
said.
yeah. This guy has nothing going for him.
Ugh.
He's a loser.
No
Like,
thanks.
what are we thinking?
Yeah. You
Like-
deserve so much better.
Yeah, but like at the time, I think. Do you know what I think? Sometimes I think how you're feeling in life says a lot about who you attract.
Oh, 100%.
And I keep saying this, but I was at a very low point. I feel like pre-30, I had a lot of low points where I was just like, I'm not good enough. Like, no, nothing's going well for me. I don't know what I want. So I'll just deal with anyone at this point. I'll just like be with someone who I know isn't good enough for me, but like I'll take it, right?
Oh, girl, that makes my heart break because you're such a beautiful person.
It's
We're
just-
in a very different place now.
Yeah.
But I want to say this saying that's popping into my head right now. God's like, can you say this? I've heard this before, but I feel like it's all you girls need to hear it as well. Show me your partner, and I'll show you how much you love yourself.
That is so true. Your partner is a literal reflection of you, just like your friends are.
Yes.
So is your partner.
Yeah.
And the friends one, we'll do another episode on that.
Yes.
But it's so true.
Show me your partner, and I'll show you how much you love yourself.
Fuck, merch. That is another thing.
I know.
Yeah, that is.
Seriously, merch coming in, baby.
I fucking love that
Right?
because it's true.
Like, why do we accept less than we deserve? And like,
It's not even the bare minimum. It's less than the bare minimum. Like what's a time that you can think of where you literally same thing? Like you thought this guy was amazing and he turned out to be an absolute rat. One of the times, because there's probably been a few.
Like, how do I choose?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
There's so many juicy stories as well.
The one I chose was just like the latest type of rat that I dated.
I think I want to talk about like a different type of rat.
Okay.
Like
Is this a fake rat?
one that like
An undercover rat.
yes.
They're the worst.
Right, that's
They
right.
are the
And
worst.
society, no one would say that this guy's a dropkick.
These are the worst types of people. People that think that they're God's gift and everyone loves them. Yeah, I had a situation like that as well.
Literally, like
Yeah.
for me, when I hear that like wolf in sheep's clothing,
Oh,
he's dangerous. His love bombing was dangerous. So I'll give you a little recap here. But when I started telling like my closest girls the story, Dubai guy, everyone was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
I think this is, yeah, we're going to talk about Dubai guy.
Yeah. So this is the one that I want to touch on.
Yeah.
because- yeah, it's the one that I'm like being told to tell right now. So this guy started like sliding into my DMs.
As they
He's
do.
very well known.
Yeah.
like 1.3, 1.4 million followers.
That's why we're calling him Dubai guy.
Instagram, yeah, right. Really well known.
Yeah.
And I've seen him around on Instagram, of course. So many
Yeah.
people have. I'm like, damn, he's cute.
Yeah.
Never thought more than that, right? My ex-fiance, funnily enough, like follows him.
What?
Like, was in his DMs, like asking him for business. And, like,
No way.
Yeah, which this Dubai guy told me because he like did a deep dive on me, right? And so he's sliding into my DMs, and of course, there's an ego element for me here. I'm like, oh my god, like
He wants me.
wants
Yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah. It's hard as women
He
not to
wants
do
me,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, I know what I am. I'm
Yeah.
amazing, but like, there's still. I
It's-
don't know what it is about Instagram followers. It's
Yeah.
kind of like fame-related ego.
I don't know.
thing.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It is
It's
stupid.
so fucking stupid because the guy who's going to treat you well is the guy who doesn't have fucking social media.
The guy, or he has like 100 followers and it's his friends.
Shout out Mr. Big.
Okay.
Shout out Mr. Big.
Love
But,
that.
like, this is the thing. We've got to go through still in our lessons, and I learned really fucking hard.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. The love bombing was so real, though. I was so confused because I Cassie, had never been love bombed before. Never. It was my first time. So I didn't actually know what it really was.
Yeah.
And so I was caught up in this whirlwind, of course, because that's what it feels like,
Yeah.
right? It's a whirlwind of romance.
Especially for your first time it happening to you, it's like you just don't even
I
know.
have no idea. And so this guy is 5 years my junior, so he's 5 years younger than me. And
As they all are.
Yeah.
Wait, mine was 5 years too.
literally,
Fuck. Crazy.
So like we start talking, and he's actually really sweet.
Yeah.
And we're having really deep conversations, and then we start FaceTiming.
Yeah.
He's FaceTiming me, introduces me to his friends, and like this should have been my first time because when he introduced me to his friends on FaceTime, he was like, "Guys, I've just found my future wife." That's the first sign of love bombing. Moving so fast like that.
Because it's like,
It's actually not normal.
it is not normal, no.
This is why I have to keep reminding myself and what I'm telling Cassie right now, like help me not be such a cancer.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
I think so, yeah. Because
Slow it down.
if someone's really interested in you for the long term, it's like they're gonna be guarded
Yes.
because they're scared.
Yes.
So when someone is being like, "This is my future wife," and just giving you all that you want to hear, yeah, it's love bombing.
Yeah, like we're gonna last in maybe a few weeks, a few months, and
Yeah.
then that'll be it.
That'll be it. Yeah, he'll do it to the next girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Like burning the candle too quickly.
Yeah.
At both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is the thing, like we start FaceTiming, he's introducing me to his friends, he's saying all the right things. Like our conversation's going on for hours, by the way.
Fuck.
And so I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like,
Amazing,
we're talking
yeah.
about really deep stuff. Really getting to know each other. And this happened over like a month and a half.
Is this while you were in Bali
Uh
or Australia?
this was when I was in
Fuck, which country, man?
fuck.
Oh, Vietnam. Okay.
Vietnam?
You know you've been to too many countries when you can't even think what country you were in.
Like, what country was I living in Vietnam?
Okay.
I was living in Vietnam solo. I think I need to move a little bit.
Yeah, this. Oh.
Unfiltered. There goes our water. Okay, so I'm living in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And we're starting this relationship, and he's like,
We
meant to
just
come
did that
to-
at the same time.
We're the same person. So
Literally.
he's meant to come to Vietnam. And this is a crazy thing, because I was like, oh my god, this is God given, because we were in the same places, the same countries, but like always a day or two apart. But now I look back, I'm like, fuck, I think God was trying to make me miss him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're talking, like feelings are developing, of course. Like I'm a love girly. Like
Yeah.
I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah. And if a
And-
guy's giving you that, especially if you hadn't had that before,
Seriously.
because you were in a long-term relationship, right?
I'm a relationship girl.
Yeah.
Like I'm committed. I'm all in. I'm a ride or die.
Yeah.
When I find my man, well,
That's it.
when I find my husband and I'm like, that's it, I am committed to you.
Yeah,
That's it. I
100%.
don't get easily influenced by
No,
anyone else.
no.
But when I'm in this dating phase, I'm like, oh, is it him? Is it him? Is it him? Is it
Yeah.
him? Big mistake.
Yeah.
But you know what he says? He goes, Habibti, come to Dubai. Like that fucking
That
TikTok,
line.
that line.
Habibti,
Habibti,
come to Dubai. Oh my
'Cause that's
goodness.
where he is based.
Yeah.
And he goes, send me your passport details.
What do you think she's gonna do?
Passport details. Get flown over to Dubai.
Crazy.
Yep. And God, you know what? It was a sign. It was a sign. I went to the airport and they couldn't find my name anywhere. And I was like, oh my God, I've been scammed.
No.
I was asleep, right? Because it's opposite time zones. I was leaving from Australia at that point.
Fuck.
Right? And they couldn't find my name. And then they were like, oh shit, we found you after 30 minutes.
What?
He or his personal assistant, whoever did it, had like put my first name as my last name.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? And they were like, you know, we could not let you on the flight for this. I was like,
Okay.
Fuck.
You're like, get me on the
Like,
flight.
signs. Things were trying to
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
me.
but you just ignore the
I
fucking
ignored it. I
signs.
ignored it. So I get there. He's late to pick me up from the airport.
How late?
An hour and a half.
Fuck that. Sorry, if you're gonna say like 10 minutes, I'm like, whatever.
No.
An hour. What was his
Because I arrived
excuse?
at like 2 in the morning, and he wasn't picking up his phone. And I'm in a foreign Middle Eastern country
That's
as a woman,
scary.
by myself at the
Yeah,
airport
I would have
at
been
that time.
freaking
I
out.
was freaking out. I'd never been to Dubai. It was my first time.
That's
I
scary.
was so scared.
You don't even know this guy.
I went to a hotel, and they were all fully booked. And the hotel felt so
Wait,
bad
so,
for me.
hold on, wait. He didn't come and get you.
Not at the airport.
So
So
that-
I called an Uber to a hotel, to the closest hotel, because I want to sleep. I'm so tired.
Yeah, of
I want to
course.
sleep. I'm fucking sad. I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking out. And I called my mum. She's like, what the fuck? She's like, let's get you to a hotel.
Yeah.
She's on Airbnb trying to find me an Airbnb.
Oh, bless, yeah.
Right? I told you, like, no one really knows. Like, I'm going real with you. Only my closest friends know.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
whole insane will know. But, like,
We're
to warn
besties.
You, okay? To warn you. And so I go to the closest hotel, and they're fully booked, and I told them kind of what had happened. So they're ringing around other hotels to see if they have space. So nice. Everyone's fully booked. It's so fucked. And so then I'm like trying not to cry in the lobby.
Of course,
And
yeah.
I get all these missed calls from him, and he's like, "Habibti, I'm so sorry." He's like, "I just woke up. I'm on the way to the airport." I'm like, "No, I'm at this hotel." He's like, "I'm driving there now." He's like, voice noting me. I said, "I'm fucking speeding down the highway," and he's like, "I'm so sorry." He's like, "It usually takes like an hour and a half to get out of the airport at Dubai." I said, "There was no line." He's like, "That never happens." I said, "I don't fucking care. You knew what time I
Yeah.
landed."
At least have your phone on and be like, hey, baby, Habibti, are you there?
Exactly. No. And he
Fuck.
like ran in, but this is the thing. As soon as I saw him,
You were like, oh, baby.
oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
How do they do it? And do you know what? It's that pushback that it's like, he's been late. You know, now you're like, your brain has this like, it's like craving for a dopamine hit, right?
Yes.
And him coming is giving
a
you that
dopamine
dopamine
hit.
hit. Yeah.
And he looked so good, and he smelled so good. and
Oh,
it was
smells
just like
everything.
That instant.
Was he wearing Dior Sauvage by any chance?
I think so.
Oh, no.
And so then he like rocks up in this like brand new Range Rover. And
Yeah.
He takes off my bags, and he's like hugging me, and he's like, "Fuck." He's like, "You're so beautiful. You're finally here. I'm so sorry." I was like, "Okay, fine. All is forgiven."
Yeah,
Right?
whatever.
It's like rubbing my leg in the car and holding my hand, like kissing my hand. I'm like, "Okay, it's fine."
Yeah.
Go to his place. This was another sign from God. Like, stop. The elevator is broken. And he's like, it's never broken. So I couldn't take my luggage up because it was too heavy. So I could only take like little bags at a time.
So who took it up?
Well, we had to leave it in the back in his boot until the elevator was fixed like a few days later. Yeah. So God really didn't want
He was really putting signs out
I
there.
know. And
Wow.
I
You're just
not
ignoring
happy.
them.
I was not happy because that's what happens when you're love bombed.
Yep,
You
100%.
don't see
Yeah, you're
anything
blinded
else
by the
behind.
flashiness, by
Literally.
the love, by the affection.
Excessive.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like Cassie did everything perfectly. He booked in like wakeboarding, dinners. He saw that I was like tired, and he goes, "Habibti, your massage is on the way in an hour. I booked it for you." I was like, "What?" He'd go out to a shoot for his business, and he'd be like, "Habibti, go answer the door. Your food's here." Yeah.
I mean,
You have
okay.
your presents here. I just bought you matching slippers for me in baby pink because I know that's your favorite color. Knew my shoe size beforehand, like everything.
I just feel like that's such a Dubai guy thing to do, though.
But that's also like, it's just doing the right things so then it can cover up. But here's like a major red flag that I didn't see. When I told people after, they were like, "That's obviously," and you said the same. He doesn't follow any girls.
Huge red flag.
Why? Tell me why.
Do you know why? Because if he's talking to multiple girls and they see him following other girls, they could then message those girls, right? Any guy in their right mind is going to follow some girls, whether that's like friends,
Like normal girls,
influencers.
right?
Yeah, they do, whatever. Normal girls, yeah, right. Because guys don't know no girls.
Exactly.
So,
Like guy and girlfriend.
yeah, exactly. I follow guys that are just friends, so I think it's very normal.
Yes.
So that is a huge red flag. But I guess in your love bomb state, you were like, "Oh, he doesn't follow any girls."
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, I'm so special.
yeah, yeah.
How many girls has he been flying to Dubai? Was I 1 month and there's another one next month? Do you know what I mean?
Probably.
But then the most fucked up thing is that like it just ended. It ended after this like perfect romantic whirlwind.
Wait, explain the story of how it ended.
I can't go into too much detail, but like, it was just like, this has happened. I'm really stressed. I need some time off.
But meanwhile, you're
You
still in
can stay-
Dubai.
He's like, you can stay in my place, but like, you'll need to find your own place. And so I'm kind of like, do I stay in Dubai?
Yeah.
Or do I leave? I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm a digital nomad. I can work from wherever. I'm gonna stay in Dubai and I'm gonna fucking do shit.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
I fucking made Dubai my bitch. I made friends. I went out. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But it was shit
Of course.
because my heart was broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
being the cancer that you are, like it would have
oh my
hit. Yeah.
God, I was like, I thought I found my husband, and I knew it. Like, because I'm in sales, right? You can tell when people open up to you and they're not really used to it, and then they kind of pull back.
Yeah.
Like, did I just say that to a stranger? Even though we're not strangers, like he told me some stuff about his family and
Yeah.
personal stuff, and he was like, "Did that?" He's like, "I've never told anyone that before. What the fuck?" And he kind of freaked out. And I was like, "Okay, red flags."
Yeah. Red flags.
okay?
Yeah.
Not used to emotionally really opening up, getting scared that we're getting too close.
Yeah.
Then I'm digging in. Maybe he's not ready for this.
I think that's what it is. He's not ready.
He says he's ready.
Yeah.
He's acting like the husband, but he's not actually ready.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Right? And so he moves out on his own to go and decompress, de-stress. And he's like texting when you like move into a new place. Let me know that you're safe. And he's like, I'll pick you up on Tuesday.
Did he at least pay for this new place?
Fuck no. I know. No, I know. He let me stay in his place until I found my own place. Yeah. Dubai ain't cheap, but lucky.
No, it's not.
Lucky I'm a remote closer.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is it, it's over. And I had a feeling, and you know, like a love circle. So for all the girls who don't know what that is, like you do a beautiful love circle when you end things, and
Yeah.
you say, this is what I love about you, like I've had the best time, like all the best.
For closure.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful way
Yeah,
to close. Like,
for
it's
sure.
a ceremony of, like, almost.
Yeah.
Right? And I said to him, let's do a love circle.
Yeah.
And he got so angry. He was like, no. It's like, that's what people do when they're never going to see each other again. I'm literally going to see you on Tuesdays. Like, we're going to go skydiving and this and that. Literally. Wouldn't do it with me. I was like, I'm going to pick you up on Tuesday. I just need, like, a day or two to, like, decompress, and then we'll kick back off. I was like, okay. Whatever. Never happened, and then he blocked me.
Oh.
As soon as I told him that I was safe in a new place,
Blocked.
that motherfucker read my message and blocked me.
What if?
Yeah, this is supposed to be a man of God as well.
Yeah. Man of God.
Yeah, men of God don't act like that. And so then
Absolutely insane.
I told Brooke, and she was furious.
Yeah.
Like, Scott and Brooke wanted to fucking kill
I'm not
me.
surprised. Fucking, you're in Dubai on your own. He
Yeah.
flew you out and he's done
He
that.
flew me
Yeah.
out.
It's not like you went to go see him and you're like, baby, I
No.
want to meet you. He flew you out.
My passport.
Yeah.
You've been FaceTiming me for a month and a half. You've been fucking introducing me to your friends. You've been taking me out.
Like, what the fuck?
How dare you?
That is like the
so-
lowest of the low.
I didn't even get to like say my piece. And so Brooke like slid into his DMs being like, for a man of God, you're a fucking cruel piece.
Yeah,
of shit.
that's
He
horrid.
blocked her straight away. Blocked her. So I couldn't have any contact. Okay, I couldn't have any contact. Right?
But wasn't there like something to do with his brother?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't go too deep into that, but like, he just used shitty excuses.
Shitty excuses,
It never-
yeah.
It was never it. It was a lie.
Yeah.
It was
All a lie.
Right?
Yeah.
And so what happened?
I wouldn't be surprised if he had a wife. Or a few wives. Yeah.
Few wives,
Few girls, you know.
Like,
It's Dubai. That's the culture. Yeah, yeah.
But like, anyway, that happened, and he blocked her, and I don't have access, and I have like a day or two to just kind of like sit in my feelings and feel sorry for myself. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Start going out with friends. Start meeting new people.
That's the best thing to do, right? Because you're in a foreign place. You don't just want to like be sad and depressed. Like, it's worse enough doing it in where you live,
Exactly.
let alone in a place where you're on your own. It's like, go out, make the most of it. At least don't let Dubai be like this really negative experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, like I have a really good experience with Dubai. I will 100% go back there. Like we'll probably go
Yeah,
back there.
yeah. I think Dubai would be amazing. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Go to like the Burj Khalifa, do an episode.
Yes,
That'd be so
yes,
fun.
yeah.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? No, fuck this. I'm not that kind of woman who's
No.
like this shit. And it took me a minute to realize that I had been so thoroughly love bombed. Because I had to tell my good friend Steph in Canada because she'd been love bombed by her ex.
Yeah.
Narcissistic guy.
By her ex.
By her ex. Yeah. And so she told me all these signs and she's like, babe, this is how you're feeling, what you're doing. And I was like, oh my God.
That's literally what
Do you know
happened.
what I mean? I feel like someone had just given me an answer to what I was looking for because I couldn't understand. So fast forward, for some reason, I had been blocked this whole time, and the other day, I freaked out because his face popped back up in my Instagram DMs. I was like,
I've just seen a ghost.
oh shit! He unblocked me.
Why?
Right, why? Because they always get curious.
They always come back.
They always come.
And it would be like, if you ended up talking to him again, he'd be like, Habibti, he'd give you all these excuses. He'd probably want to fly you out somewhere again. He'd shower you with gifts.
Literally.
And he'd just do the same cycle again.
Yeah, legit.
And probably exactly the same. He'd probably, again, then block you again.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally.
this is crazy that people like this
But
exist.
This is the thing though, love bombing gets addictive.
Yeah.
Why do we crave this shit, Cassie? Why do we fall for love bombing as women?
I don't know. I think a lot of it's to do with trauma, potentially. And I think a lot of it is because, as all women, right, it's like, it's the dopamine thing. It's like, so when someone gives you dopamine, you associate them with dopamine, right? So then they pull back and you're like, it's gone. Where's my dopamine? It's almost like,
chemicals, by the way.
yeah, it's almost like a drug, right? So then when they come back, it's like, oh, I've got my fix.
Yeah.
And then they leave you again. So then you're wanting them more. And each time they leave you, you want them more and more. And so they become like the most addictive drug. Honestly, I think men and that feeling of love is more addictive than any drug ever. You cannot like explain the feeling you get when you're like really into someone and you're wanting them to message you when it's been a while, or you're wanting them to like do something for you or just tell you something that you want to hear.
Because this is the thing, right? It's biologically ingrained in us, especially as women, to find someone to like be with, impregnate us, like start a family with.
Yeah,
start a
legit.
life
Yeah.
with. So it's really, in my opinion, I know language patterns are so important because mindset coach here as well. But
For sure.
It's difficult out here in this modern dating world. Like me breaking up with my fiance, I thought I would never go back into the dating world. I thought I was done. I thought I was finished. I was like, I never have to do this
Yeah,
again.
well, that's a lot. Like, I mean, I've gone through some like 5-year breakups, whatever, but like I've never been engaged, and I can't even imagine how that would feel to like leave all that.
Yeah.
And not just
family, like
not just because you've lost someone that you were with, just because that would have been, I guess, in some way like your identity for that period, and like you do lose who you are in a relationship, and then leaving that, or actually having the courage to leave, which a lot.
Also, the courage to be okay with everything that you're going to lose in the future kid with that person, the future family, the wedding, like everything, right, went down the drain. And I'm happy that it did, because he's amazing, but like we weren't right for each other. And so it was a blessing.
And your breakup was amicable, right?
Oh, it was like gorgeous breakup. Like I facilitated this beautiful breakup. We have never had contact since, and we just love each other in the way that we love you and leave you because we want what's best, and we want what's best anymore.
You need to like go and grow on your own,
right?
and
But like that for me, like that was actually stable love. He never loved bombed me. He took his time to get to know me.
Yeah.
Like he took 3 months to ask me to be his girlfriend,
Which
and I was freaking out.
I think 3 months is normal, but
we had this conversation last night.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really like this guy that I'm like kind of seeing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's normal? Like it's been 2 weeks, and she's like, what the fuck? What'd you say? You're like,
No, I just said like one of my exes, like he asked me to be his girlfriend after 3 months, and I literally said no.
She said she wasn't ready yet.
I said I wasn't ready. And
like, if he asked me yesterday, I'd say yes. If he asked me on the first day, I'd say yes.
Actually, with my first like proper long-term relationship, he asked me after 6 months, and I still said no.
Yeah.
And then
She still said no after 6 months.
do you know what? When I knew for me that I was ready, and I was just obviously getting in my head about things, we were play fighting. I don't know, and like he like squished my, like dumb play fighting. We were like, oh, stop it. I was young, and then I went, stop it, I love you, and it just came out, and I was like, fuck, I've just told this guy I love him. Obviously, I'm ready to be in a relationship. And then that night, it was like, okay, cool, let's get together. So it was kind of cute, but that was like 6.5 months in.
Wow.
So when I tell you when I was younger, I had extreme commitment issues. I think it's because my first boyfriend cheated on me.
Yeah.
So that kind of set the trajectory for my whole dating life. Man, it's crazy what happens your first love when they fuck you up.
100%. Like, I've never been cheated on.
Which is so...
From any of my serious relationships.
Okay, yeah.
Like, people that I've been dating, there's one guy.
Whatever.
But no, I'm actually, like, really, really great with that.
Yeah.
I've been with really beautiful, committed guys.
That's good.
Normally, there's like brokey mentalities that I've been going for me to be in my masculine, but that'll be a whole different.
Oh, masculine versus
whole-
feminine is
whole different
crazy.
episode, like
Yeah,
masculine,
yeah.
feminine dating episode. We'll do that for you because there's so much to unpack there.
There is so much to
But,
unpack.
like, I kind of want to tie in this love bombing a little bit more, like that. It's healthy, right? For me, because I'm a Cancer, like we wear our heart on our sleeves, which is a good thing, but also can be a really detrimental thing in today's dating culture. Yeah, where everyone has so many options. They think they've got options.
It's just
it's not.
They don't have options.
You don't have options.
But then I guess like you gotta on the other foot, like
you have options.
Yes, exactly, because there's always going to be someone who will be like, yeah, come around.
Right. But like sex isn't a relationship.
No. And also if you want a certain caliber of woman, you're not gonna find her doing that.
High value.
Yeah, high value, someone that you actually want a long-term relationship with. The guys that are swiping and just fucking, right, they're not gonna be your soulmate.
No.
They're not going to be the one. No, they are not. No.
How would you find a soulmate when you're not a soulmate yourself?
Exactly. This is the thing. You have to be the version you want to be to get the person of that standard. Exactly. And if you can't do that, then you're not ready to meet that person.
No, and don't pretend.
Yeah.
To be ready, please. Even girls, if you do this, don't pretend to be ready.
Girls do this a lot.
You're just going to break that person's heart, and like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't be that person.
I've been there. I've literally been with guys who I knew that there wasn't a real long-term future with, but I still did it. And you know why? Because I was like, I like to be in a relationship, right? And I know this is bad, but I was like,
is this breadcrumbing? Is that what breadcrumbing is?
Potentially.
Like leading them on?
Yeah.
Giving them the full cake or the full bread?
Yeah, because it was like, I guess you could even say I have love for this person.
Right.
But when I really think about like, will I be with them forever? The answer was never really, yeah, man. So like, I would still get with them knowing that, thinking that maybe it will change.
If
and
it's
then
not a full body yes.
Exactly. Knowing this now, I'm like, right, no, would never do that again. But like, I would just go through this whole relationship, and then I'd always end up getting to a certain. It was usually around a year to a year and a half where I'm like, oh, this isn't the person for me. Yeah. And then by that point, they're super into it, and I'm just like, fuck. And usually, I do what you do. Like yeah, no, it's like. It's like I have a breakup in my head so long before I do it.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
And I've tried to break up with people before, and like they've essentially not let me because they've made me feel bad. And then I'm like, oh, I'm really unhappy.
That's just like, that's just being stuck in a trap.
Yeah, I've been stuck in a trap with multiple men where I've been really not feeling it, and then I've stuck with them for another 6 months, and then I've literally been like, I'm actually out and I'm done.
Okay, these are patterns that we need to explore in multiple episodes.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. I have really bad patterns when it comes to men.
But then so do I. It's just slightly different to yours. But I have patterns as well, so I'm actively trying to break.
Yes.
That's why I said to Cassie, like, can you help me be not such a Cancer? Because she's a Scorpio. Yeah,
very, very different when it comes to men.
Very different.
It's like we have so much love to give. We're so loyal. But like the thing is, we don't show that. Yeah, we sting. Like,
don't come near me yet.
No, I'm like, my fucking walls are up.
I'm Cancer. I'm like, let me in.
Yeah. Where I'm like, don't come near me.
I was literally thinking like, because the crab is really soft, right? You can squish it. Really easily.
Oh, it's good.
I know. And so, like, crabs, generally when someone walks on the beach and the crab's on the sand, they will scuttle into the ocean or their hole.
Yeah.
And so for me, the ocean or the hole is being in a relationship. That's the safe place. Aww. So I don't do well in the limbo, which is on the sand.
The limbo's, yeah.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy here. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
That's why I took off time from men. I took off time from dating.
I think it's very needed sometimes. Yes. Very needed.
I was becoming a serial dater at one point.
Yeah.
I think I felt like, because I had been loyal for 6 years.
And also you kind of, I think you need that a little bit. Yeah. Not for too long, but you need to have a period where you just, you just like play the field a bit. Yeah, exactly. Have fun, get to know different personalities again. And then, then you've got to have
another first date.
Yeah. I can imagine it's quite draining.
Fucking God, man.
I mean, I can't remember the last time I had a first date, but I can imagine it's very draining.
They're so fun in the beginning. They're so fun. But then it's kind of like, okay, you're not it. It's like, okay, wait. How long am I going to be going through this for?
Because you're trying to find you're trying to find your unicorn, right?
I will not settle.
And the older you get, and also the more this is the thing, right? So the more relationships you go through, the more guys that you get hurt by or you learn from. I see every relationship as a learning curve, but it's making me learn what I don't want in the next.
Correct.
So then the more you build up, it's like, fucking
We don't
hell.
want to get too jaded and bitter.
Exactly. Yeah. It is. It's hard not to,
Right?
because you're looking for a specific guy, and it's like, okay, maybe at some point it's like, right, even if they could give me like 75% of what I want, then that's still good, right?
Right.
Or someone that can at least meet me like 3/4 of the way.
Yeah.
There's always going to be some things that aren't perfect,
Yeah.
and I can accept that. But it's like you still want to meet someone that ticks most of your boxes.
100%. Look, you're never going to get 100% of your criteria because we get really, really picky and really specific on stupid shit that actually
Stupid
doesn't
shit,
matter.
yeah.
But like, think about your top qualities and priorities of what you want in a partner. And so I heard this thing on a podcast, which was like, you've got to be mentally, physically, and sexually attracted to your person.
100%.
So mentally, for me, it's very important. Like, I need to have intellectual
Yeah,
conversations.
mental like stimulation.
Mental
So important. Imagine if they're just like so boring or
So that, like, marriage, I heard this guy say, choose the person that you can have a really long, beautiful conversation with, because marriage is the longest conversation that you will ever have.
that is so true.
Right?
And I'm sorry, but looks fade. Eventually, you know, sex is gonna fade when you're super old and you're just enjoying each other's company. Yeah, you just have your
You have the
connection.
riz.
Yeah, exactly.
But there is.
You can't kind of semi-hate someone or like think that they're not the right fit for you.
You need to like have that.
Yeah, you
going
need, yeah,
on, right?
that,
And there's
yeah.
no words for that.
No,
it's just feeling.
it's a
like,
feeling.
it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But then also physical attraction. So this is a really, like, I thought, oh my god, this is so crazy. It's on point. You can find someone hot, gorgeous,
Yeah.
but you could not be sexually attracted to them.
Right?
It's happened to me before.
It's happened to me loads of times.
Or you could have someone who's like, you don't really actually find hot, but
Suddenly
body,
yeah,
like, ooh, I'm getting all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happened to me on both occasions.
Right?
Very, very hard. Like I literally was dating this D&G model, right? Stunning.
Gabbana model.
Stunning. Like so hot.
Drop dead.
Drop dead.
Oh.
Had sex with him. Worst sex of my life.
Ah.
So boring. I was
Boring.
honestly like, is this real? I never saw him again. But as soon as because we didn't have sex straight away. No, I was like, in my mind, I was like, I can't even look at you. Like,
Oh my God.
you're beautiful, but like, there was just nothing there.
There was nothing stimulating.
No.
If you don't have that stimulation, you're not actually getting that dopamine hit.
No.
Because women, we actually need to be stimulated in multiple parts, whereas men can just like pump and dump.
Pump and
right?
dump, yeah.
We're not like
We can't.
that.
No.
You
It's
need to,
very
like,
clear.
You need to hit certain buttons, and one of them is a mental stimulation.
Yes.
Which leads to the emotional stimulation and safety. If I feel safe with the man, anything.
Yeah.
I can do anything with you.
Because the thing is, right, you can't actually, come if
Yeah.
you're not sexually attracted to someone. No. As a
Absolutely
woman, it's
not.
very hard.
That's why there's so many women faking it.
Yeah. You
What is
literally,
the point of sleeping with a hot guy,
Yeah.
just because he's hot, but you're not actually sexually attracted to him. Like, ladies, listen to your body. Your body never lies.
very true.
Your body never
Yeah.
lies. Like,
Never,
Your heart,
yeah.
Your mind will lie.
They can play games on you, yeah.
Your body,
No.
never.
I wish I fucking knew this
Yeah.
in my 20s, right? Because, we've had a colorful life with men.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
yeah, now it's like I would only ever want to have sex with someone who I'm going to marry. And
Yes.
yeah. But like back in the day, it was like, you're just like, oh yeah, I'll give him a go. Yeah, whatever the weather. Yeah. But it's like, and then your body rejects so many of them. And I've had so many experiences where I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't do that.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish I just listened to my
You
body.
shame yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, why didn't I listen to myself?
Yeah. Yeah. It's full on shame.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, listen to yourself when you're in situations. If you're with a man, you're on a date, and you feel nervous or anxiety, you don't feel safe. Like, listen to that.
Not feeling
Further.
safe is a massive one.
Yeah, listen to that, right? If you're like as dry as the Sahara Desert, girl, go home.
Go home. Yeah.
Go hydrate
Leave his
yourself.
house. Don't see him again. Yeah.
Like,
It's true though. It's so true.
right? And then also, like, if there's a guy who's maybe a little bit geeky or like not really your average type, don't even have a fucking type anymore. Like, but your body is responding. You feel really safe. You're like opening up. Your body language is open. Like one of these ones, like come closer. When you're in a day and like not really your type, but you're like doing these things, like your knees are touching, and you're just like, whoa, like something is building.
Something's happening.
Like,
Yeah.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
100%.
Even though it might not be your husband, I guarantee you would have a great time with that person who's maybe, you look at them as like a 6 out of 10, maybe they're not my type, blah, blah, blah. fuck that off.
Why do
Don't
you
worry
think?
about that.
Why do you think so many women are with like men that aren't as attractive as them? Because maybe they're offering something else, right? And I've had times where like I've kind of started to date guys and been like, oh, like not really my type at all. Not as sorry, started as friends.
Yeah.
And then somehow like this weird attraction starts to grow, and suddenly I'm like, I really want to, be with this person.
Yeah.
And they're literally like the complete opposite of my type. That's happened to me on multiple occasions. And I'm like, whoa, this is so strange.
But I feel like it's because a man is a provider.
Yeah.
Right? It's what he can offer you. And so for me, like you said, looks will fade. I still have to be physically and sexually attracted.
Yeah.
They still have to mark the boxes. But I don't care if they're like a 6 out of 10 by society's norms. If I find them attractive,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, yeah.
But normally they're offering me safety, security, which normally for women should come in the form of finances. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real, right? The man should be able to put the roof over your head and the food on the
Yeah,
table,
for sure. Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
You can contribute, but that's my opinion. And so when I have a man like that who's providing all those other things, I'm yours.
Yeah.
I will do
Literally.
whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll see these 10 out of 10 Victoria's Secret models with guys who are like short, Russian, bold guys. But
Bold guys,
got
yeah.
The money,
Got the
treat them
money,
like a princess,
queen.
Takes them out.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah. Safety. Yeah.
Safe and secure with them. They don't have to worry about anything.
Exactly.
They're not love bombing them, by the way.
No.
They're actually offering them what that goddess deserves.
Exactly.
Because they're being consistent with it.
Consistency.
Right?
Wow. Consistency is so big.
I think that's probably the difference between actually being in a relationship with someone who treats you like a goddess and someone who's love bombing you is consistency.
Consistency.
Right
Yeah. Because it's not this. It's not up and down. It's just
Right.
like consistently doing good.
That's what love bombing
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's that
Up,
up and down,
down,
up and down,
up, down. Yeah.
Blocks
Yeah.
you, unblocks
Yeah.
you, comes back, gives you gifts, I love you, goes away
Yeah.
for 5 months, comes back, I love you. Let me send you flowers, let me buy this, let me book you here. Like, that's love bombing.
Yeah.
Consistency is like a date every week.
Yeah.
Maybe some chocolates. Maybe
Every
some
now and then they
flowers.
surprise you with a gift. Okay, I'm not
Right.
asking for a gift constantly showered with
No.
gifts, but like every now and then.
After 3 months,
Yeah.
let's do a trip together. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take you here.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe like
Right.
if you're feeling down, like book you
Yeah.
in something, go to a spa together, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
You got your period, like, let's come
Yeah.
over, let's do a snuggle movie
Let's have some
night.
chocolate.
Right?
Yeah, I love that shit.
That's okay, ladies. That's what we need to look out for.
Yeah.
We need to break these patterns of it being okay for us to fall for men who are love bombing us, because that's not okay, and it's not going to lead you any place good. It's going to fuck with your mental health.
It really does. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it's going to actually make you a bit jaded when it comes to meeting the right man.
You don't want to enter the dating space being like this bit old.
No,
woman. Like,
no.
take it from us. You want to maintain your mental health. You want to maintain your youth and vitality.
Yeah.
By taking care of you first.
Exactly.
Understanding what your standards are. Not lowering them.
No.
But not falling for this shit either.
I
It's
know.
just shit.
Yeah, it is shit.
It's shit.
Yeah.
It's shit dressed up as gold.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
literally is.
Right?
Yeah. And we only see the shiny gold.
Literally. But we've given you some of our warning signs here in this episode, and we will delve more into it in different episodes, but I reckon we finished.
There's a lot to dive into on this topic, but
So if you want to see more, you know what to do.
subscribe, baby.
Yes.
We'll leave all the links down below.
Yes.
As always.
Send it to a friend who needs to hear this as well, because I guarantee you it's either you or your friend is being love bombed right now.
At least 1 or 2 people in the friend group.
Yeah. Cheers to that, babe.
Cheers. Girls to women.